This is TCT's Daily Major. I am Brian Dabrio, and these are your headlines. The Prime Minister attends the CTO State of the Industry Conference. 2 consultations thus far in an effort to ascertain information and dialogue on the Pearl of the Caribbean project. Sugar Beach St. Lucia, a Viceroy resort, has been recognized as the best long-haul hotel in the world, and Portia Miller has issued a stern warning to members of the PNP. TCT's Daily Major is brought to you by Dublin's Bottling Company, Farron's Food Products, Ramco Chowming, and One Caribbean newspaper.
So nothing will keep us together. Oh, we can be heroes just for one day.
More than a third of our children are now overweight or obese, and some reports indicate this will be the first generation where the children might not outlive their parents. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in the United States, and the leading cause of death for African Americans, Hispanics, and whites. 25 million North Americans are diabetic, and roughly 2 million people are diagnosed with diabetes every year. Bio's Life, the clinically proven natural fat loss.
For more information or to purchase this product, contact Ramjay at telephone 716-1400 or 450-0495 or email ramjay35@hotmail.com.
One Caribbean newspaper is dedicated to the unity of our people in one Caribbean nation. We invite you to write us and tell us what's bothering you. No matter what it is, as long as it's within the law and it doesn't offend the public conscience, we will publish it. Send us your pictures. Tell us of your weddings. Tell us when, unfortunately, you have deaths, and we will publish the death announcements. One Caribbean is a newspaper dedicated to the unity of the Caribbean. Write to us at onecaribbeanltd@gmail.com or dennisdabiro@gmail.com, and we will publish what you write, as long as it is within the law and it doesn't offend public decency.
Welcome. Prime Minister the Honorable Alan Chastanet left the island this Wednesday, September 14, 2016, to attend one of the region's most important tourism gatherings, the State of the Industry Conference. The Caribbean Tourism Organization is the main organizer of the September 14th to 16th event in Barbados. Prime Minister Chastanet is attending the Caucus of Ministers and Commissioners of Tourism meeting this evening, where he will put forward some ideas previously expressed by the Bahamian Prime Minister, Honorable Perry Christie, at the CARICOM level. Prime Minister Alan Chastanet will take part in discussions on the state of tourism and work on providing material for CARICOM stemming from the decision to make tourism an agenda item. The CTO State of the Industry Conference brings together tourism decision makers, including ministers, commissioners, and directors of tourism, hotel and airline executives, travel agents, students, the media, and the persons directly and indirectly involved in tourism. During the Prime Minister's one-day absence, Minister for Education, Innovation, Gender Relations and Sustainable Development, Honorable Dr. Gail Rigobert, will serve as acting Prime Minister. The St. Lucia National Trust wrapped up 2 consultations with various stakeholders in an effort to ascertain information and encourage dialogue on the proposed Desert Star Holdings Limited Pearl of the Caribbean project, which has been earmarked for View Fort. The aim of the ongoing dialogues is to collate the views on this project from a wide cross-section of stakeholders. There was general consensus that a project of this magnitude could result in a boost in the economy. A major issue raised at both meetings was the proposed development of a marina in the mangroves. Many were of the view that the mangroves, which are designated sites under the Ramsar Convention, should not be developed in any way, as they are home to a large variety of fish, crab and many other marine species, coupled with the fact that mangroves protect shorelines from destructive storm and hurricane winds, waves and floods. Furthermore, mangroves play an important role in biocultural diversity as they sustain bees which produce honey for apiculture livelihood activities. Other concerns included whether the magnitude of the proposed 700-acre development might negatively affect the town's water supply, waste and sewage management, the area's cultural assets, agriculture, and availability of lands for locals. On the other hand, others were optimistic about the development and encouraged the gathering to be open to the idea and all its possibilities. According to Mr. Bishnu Tulsi, SLNT's director, as we have been saying over the years, the Trust is never opposed to development, as we are aware of the need to boost the economy and provide employment. Our philosophy is that development and conservation are not mutually exclusive, and as such, development should always be approached in a balanced manner so that it meets the need of the people while protecting our natural resources, which are already threatened by natural disasters, climate change, overexploitation, and a myriad of other factors. The next dialogue is slated for October 8, 2016. The Folk Research Center, in collaboration with the Department of Local Government, Culture and Creative Industries, will be launching Creole Heritage Month on Sunday, September 25, 2016 at the FRC's premises at Mount Pleasant, Castries. This year's launch will take the form of a mini Journée Creole, with vending of Creole foods including local Indian dishes and beverages, entertainment by local groups including games, and the display of Creole technologies. Mr. Hilary LaForce is the Executive Director of the FRC.
The Folk Research Center is an advanced planning stage of Creole Heritage Month on Junior Creole 2016. And in order to create the hype for that widely celebrated cultural festival, the Folk Research Center has organized a launch of Creole Heritage Month and Junior Creole, which will take place on the 25th of September this month. In fact, it's just about 2 Sundays from now, the week after next, at the Folk Research Center at Mount Pleasant. And it starts at midday and goes on until about 8 o'clock in the evening. At that launch, it would be in the form of a mini Junior Creole, and we will be bringing in all the host communities. The 4 host communities will be there. They will be displaying the various activities, as well as doing some vending for that day. As part of the program, there will be an official ceremony at about 4 o'clock, and this will be followed by entertainment by local groups and Creole technologies involving the making of farine and the sewing of boards. In fact, basically portraying what really happens on a typical Junior Creole day. We expect that the public will turn out in large numbers. Obviously, it is not a paid event, but persons will come out there and support the activity. As part of what is being offered for sale, which will be mainly Creole foods, there will be the Indian community of St. Lucia who will be out there making persons, offering their kind of recipes, the Indian recipes to St. Lucians. Some of us who have known about it, but it will be an opportunity. There would be a shuttle service from downtown. The next next to where the old, that's KFC, that's one, I think it's called Chirati Street. There'll be buses taking persons to shuttle them up to the FRC, as well as from the Anglican school on the Chaussee. So we expect that there would be a good turnout by the public, and we're hoping that we'll be having a nice day, which will herald the celebration of Creole Heritage Month and Journée Creole in St. Lucia, which will be celebrated for the 32nd time since it began in 1984.
Medical Officer of Health Dr. Sharon George recently addressed the issue of the Zika virus being sexually transmitted.
The Zika virus, similar to chikungunya and dengue fever, their main mode of transmission is through the bite of an infected female Aedes aegypti mosquito. However, research has indicated that the Zika virus can also be transmitted through sexual transmission as well. The Centers of Disease Control have documented the presence of the Zika virus in semen, also in vaginal fluids, and in lower levels through other fluids such as saliva and breast milk. But transmission through semen and vaginal fluids are the two that have been confirmed to date. They've also confirmed transmission through male to female transmission, male to male transmission, and also female to male transmission. They've not documented up to this point female to female transmission. So we know that it is present in those fluids, and it's not been documented in all of them, the possible transmission. So as we do with other diseases that can be transmitted through the sexual mode, our message is the same in terms of ensuring protected sex through the population. And in particular importance to us is women who intend to get pregnant or women who are pregnant, because it has been documented that the Zika virus can stay in the semen for up to 60 days at this point. So it is possible that a pregnant woman can get Zika through unprotected sex through her partner, apart from the bite of the Aedes aegypti mosquito. So we have been indicating that through our antenatal clinics to ensure that our pregnant females take the necessary precaution to protect themselves and their unborn baby as well.
But is it can it be qualified now as a sexually transmitted disease, or are we saying that it doesn't fall into that category?
It can be transmitted through sexual transmission. However, up to this point, the research has indicated that the main mode of transmission is still through the bite of the Aedes aegypti mosquito. So sexual transmission, from what the research is showing at this point, is less frequent as a mode of transmission.
Sugar Beach St. Lucia, a Viceroy resort, has been recognized as the best long-haul hotel in the world by the Times and Sunday Times Travel Awards held at the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas on September 13, 2016. This esteemed award further enhances the reputation of Sugar Beach, a Viceroy resort, as the best hotel in the Caribbean and one of the very best hotels worldwide. Decided entirely by the votes of readers, a number of exceptional hotels and resorts were shortlisted in the prestigious category, making the eventual win an even bigger achievement. Andre Bossam, the general manager, graciously accepted the award on behalf of the property at the ceremony. The team at Sugar Beach is very thankful to everyone who voted for them, which has validated the focus and dedication they give to providing a bespoke, seamless, and individual travel experience. Roger Mize, owner of Sugar Beach, said, "I am beyond ecstatic that our resort has been chosen as the best in the long-haul category by readers of the Times and the Sunday Times. There are a lot of people at Sugar Beach who have worked very hard to achieve this, and I could kiss every one of them." You are watching TCT's Daily Major. Still to come, the Eastern Caribbean Energy Regulatory Authority to become a non-profit company by 2017.
Crystal clear, yeah. That's what we drink. When I want to quench my thirst, bring a bottle of crystal clear, yeah. It's so refreshing. I don't want no other water. The choice is crystal clear. Cool the temperature. Revitalize me with. Give me a bottle of crystal clear.
The choice is clear. Crystal clear. Premium, purified drinking water from Duboulet's Bottling Company Limited.
The way you smile at me is everything I dream.
How is that boy running up?
The way you smile at
Your Lucilec bill has been redesigned to give you more information. The top portion of your bill contains an invoice number, Lucilec's VAT identification number, and customer address. A past due stamp is displayed if your payment is overdue at the time of billing. Ignore it if you've already made your payment. To the right is a barcode for easy processing of your payments at Lucilec's customer service offices only. The billing summary highlights any amounts due from the prior billing, total of all payments made between your last bill and your last payment date, any other charges or credits to your account, any fees for returned checks or reconnection, VAT charges on these fees, the balance brought forward, your current charges for the billing period, the total amount outstanding on your account, and the date by which it should be paid.
Experience the flavor of icy. Icy, yeah. Icy, icy. Pop it up, let's start the party. Ooh, yeah. I like the flavor. Ooh, yeah. I love the taste.
The orange and the pear, the cherry and banana, the apple, ginger beer, or strawberry for your mama. Grapefruit, cola, champagne, sorrel if you wanna. Quench your thirst first, have an icy soda water.
Icy, yeah. Icy, icy. Pop it up, let's start the party. Ooh, yeah. I like the flavor. Ooh, yeah. I love the taste. Icy, icy, icy.
Experience the flavor of icy. Bottled by Duboulet's Bottling Company Limited.
Ramco pasta is a master. Your staple of choice because the quality is superior. No gluten, no white flour, 100% semolina. Ramco pasta tastes better, I swear. Ramco pasta forever. When I using mac and cheese, bon. Give me some more, please. Ramco have variety, go Betty to Betty and Fusilini. Ramco, the taste we know, met you.
Now available at all leading outlets. Distributed by Ramco. For more information, call 450-0495.
Thanks for staying with us. Minister for Infrastructure, Ports, Energy and Labour, Honourable Stephenson King, led a delegation to a ministerial dialogue and 14th meeting of the Regional Energy Committee in Grenada on September 8 and 9, 2016. The Grenada delegation was led by Minister for Communications, Works, Physical Development, Public Utilities and ICT, Honourable Gregory Boeing. The Eastern Caribbean Energy Regulatory Authority project was officially launched in Grenada on November 7, 2013. The governments that formed the ECERA expressed concern regarding the viability of a regional energy regulator with just two countries. St. Lucia and Grenada therefore concluded in 2015 that the original design for the ECERA as a regional regulatory authority did not take account of the peculiarities of the energy industry and the unique characteristics of the electric utilities within the OECS. As a result, in January 2016, the ECERA participating countries adjusted the project to advance the establishment of national energy regulatory entities, National Utilities Regulatory Commission of St. Lucia and the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission of Grenada that would have direct regulatory oversight over the industry. It was also agreed that the participating countries would engage in harmonizing their policies and regulatory frameworks with a view to expanding these in the future in accordance with the original project objectives. It is anticipated that the ECERA as a non-profit company will be established and become functional by January of 2017. Financial Investment and Consultancy Services Limited has provided more educational opportunities to the Choiseul community. The Lusca and Bernadette scholarships were presented to 4 students at the District 7 office in Lafargue, Choiseul last week in honor of the beloved wife and mother of the chairman and founder of Fix Limited, George Theophilus. S.C. Valsin and Kimani Theopane of Choiseul are the new recipients of the Lusca Theophilus and Bernadette Theophilus scholarships awarded annually by Fix to the most outstanding students from the Choiseul Secondary School and the Caffrey community respectively. The 2 awardees from last year, Nelsa Shalmine and Sasha Anyus, also received the honorary scholarships to go towards their second year at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. The students, along with their parents, representatives from the Scholarship Committee, Choiseul Secondary School and the District 7 office all gathered to celebrate the official presentation. Director of Fix Limited, Mr. Lon Theophilus, spoke on the origins of the scholarship.
What Fix does here today is in fact living a legacy which commenced beyond Mr. Theophilus, a legacy of giving back to a community and contributing to the development of the lives of young people, which indeed was commenced by my grandmother, the mother of the founding father, Ms. Bernadette Theophilus, a lady who in a simple way ensured that she transformed many lives through her giving heart. The other scholarship is going to be awarded in the name of Mrs. Theophilus, Lusca Theophilus, the wife of the founding father, my mother, who contributed materially towards the development of academic lives.
Chief Education Officer in the Ministry of Education and past student of Lusca Theophilus, Mr. Marcus Edward, was one of the featured speakers at the ceremony.
Very humble beginnings and have moved on and made a mark and see the need to lend support to other persons in similar situations because they believe, having gone through it themselves, that it is possible through your determination, through your hard work, and through the incentive of the scholarships and the support, that you too can realize your true potential, that you too can realize your dreams.
The 4 awardees were also joined this year by St. Lucia's reigning Carnival Queen and past scholarship recipient of Fix, Tyler Theopane, who also shared a few words of encouragement.
Students, I congratulate you on your achievements and receiving this scholarship from the Financial Investment and Consultancy Services, a company that you can trust. Remember, just like Fix, remain firm and upright.
I must begin by offering a special thanks to the management of Financial Investment and Consultancy Services Limited for recognizing my achievements, investing in my education, and by extension, my future.
I'd like to say that this scholarship is going to help me very effectively. Firstly, by boosting my confidence, because I know that I have to continue the good work and have a positive mindset towards my school. Also, it will help our parents because tertiary education is not cheap. Moreover, I'd like to say that this scholarship is just a way of telling us to continue the good work, set no ceilings, and stay focused, and I look forward to doing just that.
24 industry professionals are presently involved in the annual meeting of early childhood coordinators, education officers, directors, and leaders at the Trade Winds Hotel in Antigua and Barbuda. The 3-day workshop, which runs from Tuesday 12 to Thursday 15 September, is being hosted and facilitated by the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund Eastern Caribbean under the theme of Improving Access to Quality Early Childhood Development Services for All Children. During the course of the meeting, colleagues are sharing best practice as well as annual reports and work plans for the next year. Updates on various initiatives are being introduced by individuals and agencies, including consultant Dr. Tracy Nichols and Dr. Sharon Burns of the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus, among others. On the final day of the forum, industry professionals from 12 territories and the 4 regional agencies will visit a number of Antiguan early childhood centers. Established in 2012, FDCC envisions a Caribbean where children from all socio-economic backgrounds have equal opportunities to reach their maximum potential. Former West Indies skipper Darren Sammy lashed out at the West Indies Cricket Board this Wednesday as he heard that coach Phil Simmons was sacked just a few days before the team's departure to the United Arab Emirates for a full-fledged series including 3 T20 internationals, 3 one-day internationals and 2 test matches against Pakistan. Sammy himself got the boat despite leading the side to their second World T20 triumph earlier this year in India and was replaced by Carlos Brathwaite as skipper of the T20 team. The 32-year-old all-rounder took to Facebook and Twitter to vent his frustration right after the WICB made the announcement of axing Simmons due to differences in cultural and strategic approach. Sammy is quoted as saying, "So after the publicity stunt in Fort Lauderdale, the first so-called plan to move West Indies cricket forward is to fire the coach just 2 days before a tour." Sammy wrote on his Facebook page, "Just proved to me what I already knew. If the blind leads the blind, they are bound to fall in a pit." Staying on the regional front, former Jamaican Prime Minister and leader of the People's National Party, Portia Miller, has issued a stern warning to members of her PNP for leaking what she referred to as internal party matters to the public. It has been reported that some party officials collected millions of dollars prior to the last general election but failed to turn the monies over to the PNP.
I put in my foot down because some people believe that the PNP internal matters must get into the public. Anybody try cross the line with me, I don't think them know who Portia is. I don't think they know where I am coming from. And some people trying to cross the line with me. Let me warn you. Stop it! Don't try it! I am a stepping racer, don't you trust my size? I am dangerous!
The opposition leader also made mention of the rising crime level and in particular the killing of several young children in recent times.
What could a 9-month-old baby do to be killed? Why would anyone kill a 2-year-old child execution style? In all of this, the silence of the government, the Prime Minister, the Minister of National Security, and the government is deafening. When they were in opposition, they promised that you could go to bed and leave your doors open and wake up in the morning and still be alive.
Now for the weather report. Present weather at Huronora cloudy. At George Charles fair. Total rainfall for the month thus far at Huronora 52.4 millimeters. At George Charles 92.7 millimeters. Sunrise tomorrow 5:56 a.m. Forecast for St. Lucia Valley for the next 24 hours. Winds will be blowing from the east near 14 miles or 23 kilometers per hour, becoming lighter at times. Weather, fair skies becoming cloudy at times with a few showers which may be heavy. Seas slight to moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet or 0.9 to 1.5 meters. Forecast for the Lesser Antilles. Fair skies becoming cloudy at times with some scattered showers. Tropical weather outlook. A weak low-level trough will cause a few showers to develop over the eastern Caribbean region over the next 24 hours. A tropical wave located over the central tropical Atlantic is moving westward near 15 miles or 24 kilometers per hour. Tropical Depression number 12 has formed over the eastern tropical Atlantic. At 11 a.m. today, the center was located near latitude 17.0 north, longitude 25.0 west, or about 2,400 miles or 3,860 kilometers east of the Windward Islands. It is moving to the west-northwest at about 14 miles or 22 kilometers per hour. Some strengthening is expected over the next 24 hours, and the depression may become a tropical storm tonight. Finally, unbelievable, but true. Here it is. They say idle hands is the devil workshop. Have a look at this.
Hey, lady, yo, bite the fucking gonna bite. Hey, because no. Come on, you win. Come on, ah! Oh boy, I'm out there. Hey, because no. Come on, you win. Come on, ah! Oh boy, I'm out there.
They better run for their lives. Unbelievable, but true. Here's where we come to the end of this edition of TCT's Daily Major. But before we go, another look at the headlines. The Prime Minister attends the CTO State of the Industry Conference. 2 consultations thus far in an effort to ascertain information and dialogue on the Pearl of the Caribbean project. Sugar Beach St. Lucia, a Viceroy resort, has been recognized as the best long-haul hotel in the world, and Portia Miller has issued a stern warning to members of the PNP. TCT's Daily Major was brought to you by Double A's Bottling Company, Farron's Food Products, Ramco Chowming, and One Caribbean Newspaper. As usual, on behalf of the entire news team, I am Brian Dabreo. Thanks for viewing.